Hello and welcome to my test case video for the Quincy Gillmore Civil War Roundtable. This is Quincy Gillmore right here in the image. We are a group that is open to anyone who is interested in the military, political, and social aspects of the American Civil War. We meet at Lorain County Community College in the ILOF building, second floor, room 207, 8 times a year at 7 p.m. It's typically the first Monday of every month unless a holiday causes us to bump it to the second week. I do have our schedule right here, and I do hope to see you there sometime. I thought it would be interesting to see if we could capture stories related to the Civil War in 10 slides. And my first one is about a soldier named Augustus M. Silverthorne. He was born in Cleveland to William and Mary, who went by the name of Polly, and he was born in 1832. He enlisted as a private on December 21st, 1863 for 3 years in the 128th Ohio Infantry, Company F. You see the bottom line of the image that I have here. It shows him as a 26-year-old unmarried sailor when he enlisted. That makes sense because he lived along Lake Erie. He served as a guard at Johnson's Island, which was the Confederate prison that's located 60 miles from Lorain, which is where Quincy Gillmore, the person, was born, and 80 miles from Cleveland, which is where Augustus Silverthorne was born. The Confederates really didn't like the men of the 128th. The men had received cash bonuses for being guards and weren't fighting on battles. And so, as this says here, they deeply resented being bossed around by men who had never seen battle, had never been shot at, nor wounded in battle. The Silverthornes as a family were not new to war. Augustus's great-grandfather, William, fought with the colonists in the Revolutionary War. His father, however, Thomas, had been born in England, and when he came to the colonies, he remained loyal to Great Britain. Didn't work out too well for Thomas. He was fined and jailed, placed in irons, and they also confiscated his farm. Returning to the story of Augustus Silverthorne, he only served on Johnson's Island for 2 years, and then he was discharged on a surgeon's certificate of disability. The winters at Johnson's Island were really brutal with the winds from Lake Erie and really from Canada. And so it was really cold there, and I'm sure illness certainly was a problem there. After being discharged, Augustus Silverthorne only lived for another year, dying on February 27, 1866. This photo was taken by my son Ryan, and he is 35 years old, and he's a member of the Quincy Gillmore Civil War Roundtable. So we welcome people of all ages. The U.S. government gave Augustus Silverthorne, his family, a tombstone using the services of Gross Brothers of Lee, Massachusetts, and this is documentation of that. After Augustus died, his mother applied for a pension. He had never married. His father, William, had died in 1840, so Polly certainly needed that money. And if you'd ever like to visit the grave of Augustus Silverthorne, it's in Charleston Cemetery, which is in downtown Lorain on 6th Street between Oberlin Avenue and Hamilton Avenue. If you go in the 6th Street entrance rather than the 7th Street entrance, and you turn to your left, the stone will be one of the first that you see. And both of these pictures were taken by Ryan Sagert. And if you're interested in learning more about Johnson's Island's history and archaeology, which I certainly am, I invite you to attend our November 3rd meeting at 7 p.m., where we'll hear from the co-chair of the Friends and Descendants of Johnson's Island Civil War Prison. If you have any questions, please email me at kellyboyersagert@gmail.com with no punctuation in my name, or call me at 440-670-6624. Thank you very much.